No, no, no.
Hello? Okay, yeah.
I just moved here from Dubai to here.
Okay,
So,
so what you're doing?
so right now just
How
I'm,
will I go about transferring the data? Any idea?
say, yeah, but we can use like switch device,
Yeah, yeah.
switch
Good,
router,
good. Yeah,
and
exactly, exactly. Good.
otherwise we can.
So this, yeah, exactly, exactly. So one thing is, first thing we can do is, we can probably connect it like this.
Yeah,
We can connect it over the wire only. This is the first thing we can do,
yeah,
right?
yeah. By this also, yeah, we can do it.
No, this can't be done, right? Then, firstly, why it can't be done? Can you think about it? Why it's giving an error?
Uh,
Because if you see in your computer, there is only one RJ45 port.
yeah, there is no gateway, nothing, no,
Yeah.
not shared server, DNS
Yes.
server, not shared.
So if you see that how the computer is connected to the other computer, just think about it. How it is connected. There is one RJ45 port. I will show you.
Yeah, RJ45.
I will show you that.
Yeah, I know that RJ45.
Yeah. Just yeah. If you see, it is connected by this.
Yeah, RJ45.
The one I am pinpointing, right?
Yeah,
This thing. So this thing is present in in all the computers. There is one RJ45 jack. So
yeah.
this is connected through this wire. The two computers are connected, right?
Mm. Yeah, I know that.
But if you see that most of the computers, in fact, every computer has one RJ45 jack, right?
Yeah,
Do you agree? If you check your PC as well, it will have only one.
yeah. There is like female is there.
Yeah. So there is only one port, right?
Yeah, female
Yeah, yeah,
RJ45 is
exactly, exactly, exactly. So there is one port, and inside it you put the male one,
there.
and in the other end you also do the same thing, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So your PC or your computer doesn't give you the flexibility to connect multiple computers, right?
yeah, yeah. That's true.
So this is true, right? So it doesn't
Yeah,
give you any flexibility.
yeah.
So what I can introduce for the flexibility? So first thing I can do is I can introduce a hub. Hub.
Yeah, huh?
And I won't go about this diagram. Normally the hub looks like, I will show
Yeah, I
you
know
the
that.
diagram.
How?
You know hub, right?
Yeah,
Use some images. I have typing maps. So if you see, it looks like something like this,
yeah,
right? This is a hub, right? So first thing that can be done is you can connect it over hub, right?
yeah.
The other thing can be done is
Yeah,
here
there
if you
is.
see that this is hub,
Yeah,
this thing is hub,
yeah,
right? This one is hub,
yeah,
and even this one is hub. So
yeah,
what it is doing is here multiple Ethernet ports are there.
yeah, yeah.
You see, is it visible?
Yeah, I can see.
So if you see that multiple Ethernet ports are there,
Yeah,
and here you are connecting different computers over multiple Ethernet ports,
yeah, I
right?
got it.
Agree?
Yeah.
So besides hub, what other thing can we do?
What are the elements?
Let's go about. Yeah. So one is hub.
Yeah.
One option for us is hub, right?
Yeah.
Second option for us is let's go about switch.
Yeah.
So you must have used switch and hub, in your conversation. But do you have any idea about what is the difference between switch and hub?
But this like hub is used for like small networking, small like area networking.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah, and the
Exactly.
switch is for like lots of computer, and we can use for
Yeah,
WAN, wide area network.
exactly. So if you
Yeah.
see that this is a switch, and
Yeah.
switch almost, switch has a large number of ports as compared to hub.
Yeah.
So if you want to distinguish, you can check that switch has a large number of ports while hub has small number of ports.
Yeah. Small number of ports.
And yeah, so this is the switch, but the thing is that there is a huge difference in our conversation. Usually, very superficially, we say that this is for large, this is for small. But there is a huge difference between the switch and the hub.
Yeah.
So that I will explain you in a few moments. And
Okay.
now suppose, so first thing is what you can do is you can connect it. So let's make one good try. How do we move on the lines? Okay. So now three pieces are there, right?
Yeah.
And you want to exchange information in between them. So the option for us is
Let's choose one hub.
switches. Yeah. So I can choose switch or hub.
Hub.
Here
Yeah.
is the switch. So normally, in the actual way, it doesn't look like this, but these are the normally symbols used while in the CNA. Like
Yeah.
for switch, it is used something like this. Okay.
Okay.
It might not give you the actual picture, but if you want to
Yeah.
see the actual picture, you can click on this, and here you go. If you zoom out.
Yeah. 24 ports. I know that.
Yeah. So here is the actual picture.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will basically, in the next class, I will go through the software and what all the things are there. But I would say that, just start tinkering around it. It's a very good software since you can simulate a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah. So I saw that. I've seen the first time this one.
Cool. So let's connect this switch with all the PCs.
Okay.
So now our problem is solved, right?
Yeah.
That we are connecting switch with
Yeah.
PC. So now we can share the information if there are 3 or more PCs, right?
Yeah.
So what switch can do is basically if you are sitting in an office, right, and
Yeah.
you want to share the data with everybody, and you want to one person should be able to know which data is going. If you want to see each other's folder and if you want to see everything. So the good option is you just connect it to a switch, right? There is one switch, and you must be using it in your office as well. That most of the time company requires some sharing. So most of the employees' name are coming on a screen, and
Yeah.
you can actually go through the folder and check whatever data is here, right?
Yeah.
So data is done through switch inside the company, right? So this is good way to share data locally, right? That is, you can connect it to a switch, and basically share around the different pieces and connect the pieces to the switch.
Yeah.
Done, right? Have you
Yeah.
understood it? So
Yeah.
next, yeah. So next thing, this is done. Switch is done. So what if there are companies, what if there are 5 different offices? Like there is one office
Okay.
over here.
Okay. Well, 5 different companies
Yeah,
in different state. Okay.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So now this is another DC, and here you will do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
You will connect the over switch. You put a switch over here, and then you connect them. So if you see that earlier this dots were red, and now they have gone green. If you see, check these dots.
I didn't get you. What?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
I'm good. If you see that these dots are green,
yeah.
right,
Yeah.
and these are getting green.
Right.
This is red. This will immediately go green. Check. This will also go green.
Okay.
Okay. So initially, when you are connecting the switches, it will take a moment of time, probably 5 or 6 seconds to configure itself. It's going into the listening and learning mode. Okay. So you will learn more about switches in this course, and you will get to know everything about switching. There is a big chapter about switching.
So
So
you mean to say like
yeah.
after connecting switch, like it will take like 5 to 6 minutes
Yeah, yeah,
to like
yeah, yeah.
configure.
It's not in minutes, but it will take some time. In seconds it will take.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, so there are 2 companies. So suppose the location of the company here is it's in New York, and the other office is in. Oops. So the other office, what? The other office is in Texas. Okay. And I want to share data between PC0 and PC4, right? There is one office in Texas and the other is in New York. Okay.
Okay.
So I want to share data between them. Any
Okay.
idea what will you do?
Yeah. We can use like internet via internet. True.
So the first thing you can do is one thing you can do is probably use internet, right? But if they are, it will go over there. So what? Suppose these are 2 offices that I mentioned, and if you see that there are 2 offices and these are on different networks, right? If you see
Yeah.
that this computer won't be on the network of this computer, right? So even if you are connecting these two,
Yeah.
even if you are connecting these 2 switches, suppose we draw a line between them, and we are connecting these 2 switches. But since these are located very remotely,
Okay.
firstly they won't have the same network as this PC. This PC won't be same as this. Okay. So you will learn about IP addressing later. Today I am giving you just an introduction. So this might be confusing a bit, but anyways, it
Yeah.
should be fine. So these 2 are in different networks, right? So firstly, you can't share data between them. That is the way. So what device can you use to share the data between them? Is a very unique device, and we call it router. What
Yeah.
router can do is what router can do is, if there are two different networks, if there are two different networks, router will connect these two different networks.
Yeah. We need
but the other
firewall
thing is,
also.
Yeah.
We need firewall
So
also.
it will have firewall. It will be configured on on the router.
Okay.
So we connect the router like this. Like this. Okay. And we delete okay. So now this looks like a very simple diagram, but normally in here there will be number of routers that will be connected. It won't be a single router between them. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, if there will be if you're connecting two states, there will be number of routers. We can limit ourselves to if the offices are located very near. Suppose there are two offices located in New York and NY2. So that will require probably a single or multiple router, 2 or 3 routers. In the other location in the same city, in the New York, right?
Yeah.
In New York, there are two offices. Suppose wherever you are working, you have two offices, right? So and both are located in the same in New York only, and you need to share data between them in the two offices. So definitely both of them are in different networks, right?
Yeah, we need
want to have the switch. Yeah.
We need two routers for that also.
Yeah, we might need multiple routers even in that case as well.
Oh.
And the other thing I can say is that suppose you are in your office, you have multiple floors, right?
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry. You have multiple floors. Office floor 1, office floor 2. Right. So when the office floor 1 was configured, according to some settings were done and a lot of PCs were arranged, it won't take into account the office floor, what is going on in office 2, on the office floor 2, right?
Yeah.
And similarly, when office floor 2 was configured, it won't take into account how the office floor 1 was configured, right? So if you want to connect these two routers, these two switches, these two networks, so this becomes a different network. So one network is this, office floor 1.
Okay.
And the other network is this, office floor 2, right?
Yeah.
And you want to connect these two networks. So what you can do is, you can connect it over a single router. So here it will require a single router, and here you will be connecting these two routers. So suppose there are two companies, one is on office floor 1 and the other is on office floor 2, and there is one network administrator that is whose job is to check the flow between data. That is that these two, suppose two devices want to communicate. So his work will be that configure this router accordingly.
Okay.
Okay. So are you having some idea about what router does and what switches do, what hub did?
Yeah, I do have, but the thing is, I a long time before, so I forgot. So I know router. We use router for like sharing internet.
Yeah, exactly. So right now I'm giving you an overview. There is also a complete chapter about routers. So don't worry about anything if you are not having some.
No, I'm not worrying. I'm recalling the previous study also.
Okay, cool. So this is how the router is connected. Now in this CCNA syllabus, what basically you will study is that firstly that how this router is to be configured. You will study how the switches are need to be configured. You will study that where I need to use the switch and where I need to use the router, or where I need to use the hub. This is the third thing that you will study. And after that, just think about if you want to send data from PC1 here to PC4 here, right?
Yeah.
You will have to do some setting in router 0, because here it will take if you want to send data over here like this, right?
Yeah.
And it will go to router. It will go over here. What this switch will do? Any idea?
Yeah, that will send that data to the PC4. So that switch is for like sharing all computers.
But yeah, exactly. So that is for sharing. That is what this switch is doing. It is sharing it to all the PCs, right?
Yeah.
So this will, if we don't give any command, it will probably firstly if you want to go over here from here. So firstly you have to configure in such a way that this should only be redirected to PC4.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to do the settings over on the router only.
Yeah.
Okay. That this data needs to be configured. It needs to go to PC4. It shouldn't go to all the PCs.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also the other aspect, is that once in office administration, the security is very, very important, right? Now suppose I connect another PC over here. I come from outside, and I connect a PC over here. So I'm connecting suppose a laptop over here. I very carefully sneak into the company and connect the laptop over here.
Okay.
Okay. So so what will happen? Firstly, if I go to the company and connect the laptop, so do you have any sense what can happen?
Like if there is like any virus is there, then that will be also like shared.
Yeah. So firstly, yeah, exactly. So firstly, what I can do is I can share the virus. I can harm your system. I can take all the information
all the
from
information,
all the private information, right?
Yeah.
So there are many things that can happen, right?
Yeah.
So for that, office must do something, right? They should do something that if some outsider is coming and attaches a laptop, he shouldn't be able to get our information. He shouldn't be able to get anything, and he shouldn't be able to install the virus.
Okay.
So what the office should do? Any thoughts about that?
No, there like we can keep like security, like firewalls we can keep.
Yeah, exactly. So what we will do is, if some outsider is coming, I will strictly say that I won't allow any, firstly I will put some different securities. I won't allow different, I have these PCs.
Yeah.
I keep the count to 3. I put inside the switch that it shouldn't exceed beyond 3.
Okay.
And as soon as the 4th one is installed, I won't give any data to him.
Okay.
Okay. So here what I am doing is, I am using the security. I'm configuring the security in the router, in the switches, everywhere. Okay. So what I can do is I can configure the security, and that is what I'm doing. I'm not allowing any other outside source to fetch the data from my computer or from my company. Okay. So what in CCNA you will study is that how I will be applying the access list in this switch as well as in router. Okay. So, and one thing more, all the switches and routers, how these are configured is they are connected, they have one more port and they are connected over another computer. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets very confusing that how these are all connected to a computer and that's how you are configuring them.
Okay.
Okay. So first thing you will study is that how I am going to send data, that is from router, and how switches and routers are different, how to configure the security. And now the good thing, this is all covered. The next thing is that how you're going to, if you are staying in two different countries, then how will you go about sharing the data? Now suppose this is New York, this is US and this is India.
Okay.
So the information that can be shared, what currently we are doing is in internet, right?
Yeah.
So there comes the role of WAN. This WAN WAN also I will explain you later.
Okay.
If you are sharing the data locally, that is known as LAN.
WAN.
Local area network.
Locally, yeah. So yeah, LAN.
Local area network. I'm going to come over it. Okay. So now I hope you must have some superficial knowledge that why we need the networking, why we need router, and how we have to configure security as well. All these things, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Something is there.
Yeah, I'm just saying that whatever I have explained, you must have some notion that what you're going to study in Ccna.
Sorry, I can't.
I just wanted to know that you have some superficial knowledge now that what you're going to study in your Ccna, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you got it, right?
Yeah.
So this is all
about
basic
network.
things that will be included in Ccna. I will even tomorrow maybe share a file as well. It will have Ccna syllabus and I will describe you what everything is there, because I think that it's very important before starting the course that you should know that what you are going to study. So just you have some curiosity about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, right, and so here first here will start with LAN. So LAN stands for local area network. So the scope of LAN is basically within one building. That is, if you are going to multiple buildings, that definitely needs some connection over WAN.
Okay.
WAN is something which has everything. Now suppose there are multiple networks.
Yeah.
Suppose there are multiple. Suppose there are multiple routers. These are of the. I won't change it. Just don't waste time. So this is located in New York, and this is located in probably Texas. So as I said that there will be multiple routers in between them, right? And it will be a group of routers that are connected that will be going over in between the paths. And probably they might be basically connected over internet only. So if they are connected over, if their buildings are different, everything is different, then they are connected over something called WAN. And how we can say how we can describe WAN is that there is a cloud over here, and these over the cloud. Sorry, auto connections are not available. So over the cloud, these two are connected. It doesn't have that. Anyway. So over the cloud, these two are connected, and this cloud is basically, you will read many definitions about WAN, and I will also give you some definitions. But not to define it. It's basically, you know, a bunch of routers that are connected together, and they are connecting two remote locations. Okay, so inside this, there will be multiple routers. Router 1, router 2, something like this. Those all will be there inside it, and they will be connected like something like this. They will be connected like this, and something like this will be going on, and they will be connected like this. And this describes, this is equivalent to one cloud.
Okay.
Okay, there will be multiple routers. I'm just writing here. There will be multiple routers that will be connected over here. Okay, and we call it wide area network. So the scope of, you know, LAN is, this is LAN.
Yeah. The whole.
Yeah. This is LAN. And this whole is WAN.
Yeah.
Okay. That is how we are connecting the two remote locations. Okay. This is WAN. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
So the scope of WAN and LAN are also, you know, not limited to computers only. It might happen that here a phone is connected over here. You must have heard about the IP phones. That is the phones that are using internet to call.
Yeah, I heard IP phone.
Yeah. Yeah. Suppose even our telephone is connected over here, it will also, you know, come in WAN and LAN. Okay.
Okay.
So now let's start. The first thing is that hub. I have given you a brief description about hub, that what hub does. That is, it is used to connect multiple workstations. Right?
Yeah.
It is used to connect multiple workstations.
Yeah.
There are two types of hub. One is the active hub and the other is passive hub.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between active hub and passive hub? It is basically the active hub can regenerate the data. I'll show you why. If you see, suppose this is a hub, this is actually a switch, but suppose this is a hub, right?
Yeah.
And multiple pieces are connected over here, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Suppose there are 17 pieces. Currently this is 3. Suppose there are 17 pieces and they all need to share the information. Okay.
Yeah.
There are many other pieces as well. Here, here, here. There are many other pieces that are connected over this network. Okay. Yeah, just think about this network. So it might happen, since I am using, you know, if I am sending data from here to here, it might happen that it might lose data. Okay, since it is going through, since it might happen. Suppose I am sending data from here to all these pieces, here also together. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It might happen that it might lose some data, because you know that whenever data is passing from one object to from one source to the destination, there is always, you know, there might be some loss. But the loss is not visible. If you're sharing a music file, and if you're sharing, you know, if you're sharing some any other file, suppose some text file or something like this, then it is not visible. Okay, it won't be, it would be in single digit. Suppose it would be very, very small, then it is very negligible. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you getting it? That is if you are sharing a file between two PCs. That is if currently also if I am sharing some file with you. It won't, the error is very, very small, that it is not even observable. You won't find if you're sharing some music file with me, if you're not sharing some any other file with me, you won't find any issue in sharing the file. There won't be any problem. Are you with me on this?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah. So the hub, what hub does is, hub is basically, there are two types of hub. So one is the active hub and the other is the passive hub. So what hub does is, hub regenerates the data. That is, what it does is, active hub regenerates the data. That is, it doesn't have the some kind of memory, but in case of hub, it just regenerates it and sends it across. And it is not making it a data new, but it is just, what it is doing is, it is just using the data. It is what it ensures is that it should pass the same data from PC0 to PC2. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just if there is some loss, it will regenerate it. It is not storing the data, but it just ensures that this data goes from here to here error free. Okay.
Error.
That is there error free. There won't be any error.
Error free.
Okay. Yeah. This is how it goes. So I wanted to go deep into this. Do you have engineering background, or have you read something about have you gone through the electronics or something? Any course in electronics?
What types of electronics? I have like lots of electronics devices.
No, no, something like digital electronics. Have you been through this course in your college, or you have some basic idea about digital electronics?
Yeah, I do have.
Okay, cool. So if this, if this thing goes over your head, then not an issue, because it's not in the exam, but just for the knowledge. Because I like to go into the basics of everything.
Yeah, that's
why.
Yeah, I just want to start with the basics, because
yeah,
lots of things it's depend on basic.
Yeah. So suppose here, whenever in electronics, there is always, if there is some device and data is coming over here. So in digital electronics, there is something called as, about data. Data comes in bytes. That is, it comes in digital form, right?
Yeah.
That is, it comes in numbers of 1, 0, 0, any number.
Yeah.
So have you read about the digital form, and do you know about octal, digital, decimal, all these forms, and binary form?
Yeah, binary forms I've learned, but it's long time, so I almost forgot.
It's long time. You have some basic idea. I will teach you everything about binary form. Don't know. You have some basic idea.
Yeah.
And you know that data goes into the binary form. 1, 0, 1, 1. You know this fact, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there is something called in electronics. There is something called CRC. You don't need to note it down, or just go, not even go through it again. I'm just doing it for the sake of your knowledge. There is something called cyclic redundancy, that what it does is, if this data is coming out, it will say 1, 0, 0, 1.
Yeah.
So it will ensure that the same data that is going in is coming over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and suppose this byte gets 0. Suppose this 1 gets 0. This is changed to 0.
Yeah.
Okay, so it will check that this file has gone wrong, that this has gone wrong. So what I need to do is I need to make this correct somehow.
Oh, yeah.
So what active hub does is, this is an active hub. What active hub does is it checks whether the file that is coming, from here, it's getting over here and with the correct accuracy. There is some digital data format, that is, it will have some some code. It will check whether the code is same or not. If it's not same, it will regenerate that frame. What it will do is it will check here, it will go back here, it will see that here it's not 0, it's 1. So it will regenerate it. Since there is always, I won't go much into detail, but it will regenerate it by doing it as 0. Sorry, 1.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is, basically the function of active hub. So now, if you go to the application, if you must check. So sometimes it might happen in real life. If you are, sending file to someone, it gets corrupt. Have you encountered such situation? That suppose you have saved some file and you saved it over the pen drive, you went to your friend's house, you share that file in the pen drive, and as soon as your friend tries to open it, it's it's showing the error that it's corrupt. Okay. Have you encountered anything in your real life?
Yeah, sometimes I copy the data I got even now.
Yeah.
It's not working. That's like might be that's not properly copied.
Exactly. So what happens is, so one reason is definitely virus. The other thing is that it might happen that when you are copying the file, some data gets missing. That is, that if one bit is changed, if this one is changed, one is changed from 0, 0, 2 bits are changed like 0, 0, and you send you use some file and you are trying to open it in the other's PC and the other's computer, it won't open.
Yeah.
Okay, so there will be so much error that this even this is enough that it won't open the file because it gets corrupt. There is it won't pass through the cyclic redundancy check, and in the computer terminology it will name it as corrupt. So a computer won't be able to open the file.
Yeah.
It's clear.
Okay, yeah, so it's clear. What is the CRC full form?
Yeah. So CRC stands for. So this is just an extra knowledge. It don't worry about it, but it won't come in the exam. But it's good. You're right. CRC stands for cyclic redundancy.
What is that? Cyclic.
Yeah, I'm maximizing this.
Oh, cyclic redundancy. Yeah.
So if you're interested, just you can read about the topic. Cyclic redundancy check. So what it does is it basically make a feedback loop. That is, if some data is going over here, it checks whether the same data is coming outside. That is, the inside data is same as the outside data, and in the similar way it goes for the check and regenerates the data. Okay. So this this checking technique is known as cyclic redundancy check.
This will found in active hub only.
Pardon?
This is only we will get in active hub, or like there's like two types of hubs there.
Yeah. So this only happens in the active hub. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't happen in the passive
hub.
Okay.
Yeah. So normally, I saw only like then, if we go to like market, we can see only active hubs only. So, is there?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, normally if you see that most of the hubs are active hubs that are used.
Yeah.
Like in the active hub, it receives the frame, regenerate it, and then forward it to all its nodes. And these are the nodes. This is, these are all known as nodes. Here, all the green buttons, all the green ones. That is, if a computer is connected, if anything is connected to the other device, one end is known as node.
Okay.
So it in the active hub, it receives the frame, regenerate, and then forward it to all its nodes. In the passive hub, it simply receives the frame and forward it to all its connected nodes. It won't work on the regeneration. Okay.
Yeah.
So this thing is clear.
It's clear.
So the next thing is switch. The main thing, if you see the main difference between switch and hub is that first thing is that if you are sharing this, right? As you told me that switch is used if there are many devices that are connected, while hub is used if there are few devices that are connected.
Yeah.
All right, right. You said this, right?
Yeah.
The problem is that if you're using hub for a lot of devices, suppose this is a hub,
okay.
and you're using it for a number of devices.
Okay. So it might not support like.
Come to this point. Suppose this is a hub, this is hub, and you're using it for multiple devices.
Yeah.
It might happen that this data, some data is coming over here and it has to go over here.
Yeah.
Right. Suppose data from P5 has to go to PC2.
Yeah.
Yeah. And data from PC1 has to go to PC0.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So it might happen that this data and so it will come over here, it will come in the switch, right? Every data will come in the switch. It might happen inside switch, these data might collide, right? It can happen, right? Because I'm transferring data from a number of resources, from number of PCs, and the data is going together. Some is going upstream, the other is going downstream. That is, it is sending the data from different PCs, and different PCs are involved in sending data to one another. So it might happen.
Traffic will be there.
Yeah, exactly. So if there will be a lot of traffic, and it might happen that data might collide. Okay, it might happen.
The data flow will be slow.
Possibility. Yeah.
That data flow will be slow, and this.
Yeah, exactly. So data flow, yeah, it would be slow. And second thing is that even if it's colliding again and again, then definitely it will, it will give errors on your PC. It will give error that I was unable to send the file, unable to send the file, because data is colliding again and again. Okay, so here comes the role of the switch. So I hope by now you must have notion about if this is the problem that data is colliding.
Yeah.
So how can switch solve it? Would the switch be able to solve it?
Yeah, I think so. Switch is
Yeah. So that's how this is where the role of switch is. I will explain you tomorrow that how the switch solves this problem. But normally in every switch, every device is counted as separate. Okay, that is it won't happen that this data, that is each device is counted as separate. I will go into detail tomorrow later. But switch is basically it won't allow the data from collide from one device to another. Okay, because it treats each and every device as separate entity. Okay. So at the back of your head of the switch is that all these three PCs are separate and their data can't be mixed with each other. Okay, while in the hub it treats all the devices as same. It doesn't matter to it that which PC is sending data, which is not sending the data. It doesn't matter to it. But for switch, it matters. For switch, this is different from this. Okay, but for hub, both of them are same, and it doesn't even know that which is sending the data. Okay, that's why data collides. So in the technical, yeah.
Like in a switch, like port is there, like port is for particular only.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So these were the basics about switches and hubs. So do you have some time till which class will take place today?
No, actually, I don't know. This is today first day. I don't have any idea.
Okay. So because today I just wanted to keep it basic. Tomorrow we will go through different things, and tomorrow what we will do is, so right now I will just show you structure how I teach. Basically, every day I teach some stuff. That is, I will go through all the topic and whatever I taught you, and I keep last 15-20 minutes for doing the questions.
Okay.
Those questions are coming in the Ccna exam. That is, those questions are from past year papers of Ccna exam.
Okay.
Right. So one thing is, you are giving the Ccna exam, right?
Yeah.
Or you are doing it just for knowledge?
No, not knowledge. I want to take a certificate and I want to work.
Cool. So you are doing it for the Ccna exam. For Ccna exam, there are multiple objective questions that will be coming in the Ccna exam, and as well as lab exercise also. So if you are going through the material, it is very difficult to just grasp the material and produce it in the paper. You need to do some basic questions. So what I will do is, after every class, this is my teaching structure. After every class, I'll reserve 10 minutes at the end of the end of 10 minutes just for doing some questions. Okay. Since today was the start, I want you.
That's good.
Yeah. So even I was just downloading some questions as well. So every day after the last 15 minutes will be reserved for doing multiple choice questions, and those multiple choice questions will be discussed because those are the questions that appeared in the past paper. So in the end, you will have some basic knowledge that what kind of questions come, and you will be very comfortable going through the paper. You won't have any problem. Okay. So let's start this from tomorrow's class. Today was very basic, so even there were not any questions as well. So now you have some basic idea that what the Ccna is, what hub is, what it is, and basically, if you're starting something, just start with the why. That's why I'm understanding it. You are understanding it. You now have a knowledge that how the data needs to be transferred from one building to another, from one city to another, and why you need to do it. It's for the transfer of data. It's if one person wants to send data to another, you have some idea about security as well. That if some new stranger comes to your company and he wants to access personal information, your company won't allow it because it will put some security. And similarly about WAN as well, if there are multiple devices that are connected, and so something about this. So this is all Ccna is, that it will completely describe you that how you have to send data from your how you have to configure your network when you have finished it. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's meet in tomorrow's class, and we will go through the next topic. That is, we will do all this. I will teach you something about router and the difference between set, switch, and hub. Okay, so that is a very unique topic.
Yeah. Can you send me this slide to this file also? Yeah. So I can read.
I will send it to you.
You send in my mail or like?
So it's uploaded on the SkyDrive. I will give you access to the SkyDrive, and it's even I can send you over the mail. I will try if I can send you over here, or I will give you the contact of my SkyDrive. You can just log into that.
How?
Yeah. I will see that if I can share it with you. Anyways, go to SkyDrive.
Was it SkyDrive or Star?
Now it's right. You can just
yeah. Oh, OneDrive. Okay.
So now sign in. Yeah.
But I don't have I have Hotmail, but I don't.
You have?
Pardon? You are going to sign it or what?
Yeah, I'm going to sign it. You can also sign it. I will give you my login ID and password. I think I forgot the password. What I will do is, I will give you the details tomorrow, and today I will send the file to the Seasoft, and they will share the file with you.
Yeah. Okay. Where's the password?
So I forgot the password actually. I will give you the login ID and password tomorrow. I will check on this. What was the password? I have to go through.
Yeah,
but yeah, no problem, right? But today I will share this file with you. I will share this file with you via by Seasoft. Okay, I will send the file to them, and they will send this file to you.
Yeah. Otherwise, you can send me. I'll send you my email address. You can send in this email address, so I can read.
Sure.
I'll send you my email address.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. Yeah. Cool. Cool. So I will send you this file in a couple of minutes. Okay. So was there anything that you couldn't understand in the class, and is there anything you wanted to improve or something, anything like that?
No. Yeah.
All right.
To be frank, you see, I learned network before also. Okay. So like it's a long time before, so I almost forget. So I haven't worked in this networking field from like 6 years. So there might be a huge chance.
All right.
Okay. So that's why I just want to know if there is any new thing. Like almost from like configuring like IP address, everything.
All right. Cool. Sure, man. I will keep you updated, and if there is anything, nothing like that. Even the last person I was teaching, he had, it has been 15 years for him, so he was an internet work. So nothing like that. Don't worry. It's 5-6 years still very less time. Okay.
Vijay, which part of India you're from?
Pardon?
Which part of India? I think you're from Bangalore.
Currently I'm in Delhi.
In Delhi, yeah, because your voice is language is way speak like from Bangalore.
Strong?
No, yes, accents. The Mangalorean speak. The accent is like that. So you speak Hindi very well then.
Yeah. So it's like I don't basically my accent is probably of North Indian only, because I'm not I'm not a South Indian. So I hope
Okay.
so.
Okay, you can speak Hindi with me also, no problem.
Okay, you understand Hindi?
I speak Hindi.
Alright. Okay, you speak Hindi. Okay. Alright. So when did you shift to US?
No, just like 3 months before. I was there in Delhi. Now. I was there in Delhi like around 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Coming here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So next time when you come to Delhi, me here. Okay.
Yeah. No problem.
Alright then. See you in tomorrow's class. Okay. So we will have some proper schedule by tomorrow, and in tomorrow's class we will do some questions as well, and we will actually obviously start from tomorrow. What are the actual topics, and we will go into the details of each and everything. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Alright. Yeah. Thanks for coming. Bye.
See you. Bye-bye. Hello. Is it? Do I need to like make all share like? It's still recording is there. Right?
You need to. You can just end the meeting, and I think it will. Or you can. There is an option stop recording as well. It must be there.
Yeah. I'm seeing.
Yeah. Just stop the recording, and then close the window.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.